Welcome to College Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: NAIA record holder Grace Beyer scores 33 points in final game of career. Fentanyl overdose suspect in death of UGA student denied bond. Utah routs Cal 88-59, Utes have 3 with double-doubles, led by Carlson's 30 points, 10 boards. In Hawaii, coral is the foundation of life. What happened to it after the Lahaina wildfire? How community saunas are helping people heal through trauma. NAIA record holder Grace Beyer scores 33 points in final game of career. Associated Press. Grace Beyer, a player for the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis, scored 33 points in her final collegiate game, bringing her total career points to a women's NAIA record 3,961. This makes her the 5th highest scorer of any college player, behind John Pierce, Philip Hutchison, Pearl Moore, and Travis Grant. The current NCAA Division I women's record is held by Caitlin Clark of Iowa, who has 3,650 points. Bayer's team lost to Columbia College of Missouri in the semifinals of the Women's American Midwest Conference Tournament. Fentanyl overdose suspect in death of UGA student denied bond. Yahoo! After a 20-year-old University of Georgia student from Atlanta died from a fentanyl overdose over the Thanksgiving holiday, the man accused of giving it to him is in custody. Abram Rincon turned himself back into custody on Friday night. On Saturday, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Wynn was there as he waived his first appearance and was denied bond by a Fulton County judge. Utah routs Cal 88-59, Utes have 3 with double-doubles, led by Carlson's 30 points, 10 boards. Associated Press. Brandon Carlson scored 30 points and had 10 rebounds to lead the University of Utah to an 88-59 victory over the University of California. Carlson made 4 3-pointers and blocked 4 shots. Davon Smith and Keba Keita also had double-doubles for Utah, with Smith scoring 18 points and Keita adding 11 points and 10 rebounds. Jalen Cone scored 19 points for Cal. In Hawaii, coral is the foundation of life. What happened to it after the Lahaina wildfire? The Toronto Star. Scientists are studying the impact of the deadliest wildfire in the U.S. in a century on nearby coral reefs in order to inform residents and communities around the world how chemicals from the burned houses might affect delicate reef ecosystems. The effects of the fire on Maui's coral reefs, already under threat from overfishing, warm ocean temperatures and sediment flows, could cause lower water quality and the degradation of reefs over the next 2 to 5 years. The wildfire's effects could also spread beyond Maui as water currents carry water from Lahaina to neighboring islands Molokai and Lanai. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is removing rubble and ash from the area, while the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has applied a soil stabilizer. Scientists believe currents could carry compounds from Lahaina waters to the reefs of neighboring islands. How community saunas are helping people heal through trauma. The Independent. A community sauna in Folkestone, Kent, is helping people overcome mental health issues and build a strong sense of community. The sauna is a not-for-profit venture that was created by filmmaker Peter Block. It offers a space for local people to connect and support one another. The sauna has become a safe space for many people suffering from mental health issues, providing a place where they can feel comfortable and at ease. In addition to the mental health benefits, the sauna is also helping people build connections and relationships in their community. Many people who have joined the sauna have described it as life-changing, with some saying it saved their lives. The sauna has had a profound impact on the mental health and well-being of its members. Numerous studies have found a link between sauna use and improved mood, with the hot-to-cold shift releasing endorphins associated with cardiovascular exercise. It has also been suggested that using saunas could relieve depression. The sauna has helped many people battling depression and anxiety, providing them with a sense of calm and comfort. The sauna has also helped people overcome body image issues, providing a supportive and accepting environment. The community sauna has become a place where people can connect and support one another, making them feel less alone. The Folkestone Sea Sauna is a unique, community-driven project that has had a profound impact on the lives of its members. It has helped people overcome mental health issues, build strong connections, and find a sense of belonging. The sauna is not just a place to relax and unwind, but a place to heal and grow. It has become a lifeline for many people, providing them with a safe space where they can feel comfortable and accepted. The sauna has not only improved mental health but has also helped people build relationships and create a supportive community. The ASX-listed miner backed by Australian billionaires fighting Russian sanctions. The Sydney Morning Herald. Australian mining company Tiger's Realm Coal is facing a legal battle in the federal court in Canberra over allegations that it breached Australia's sanctions regime by importing, purchasing and transporting Russian coal. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, DFAT, had warned Tigers that it was likely to be in breach of the Autonomous Sanctions Act, but the company launched legal action in June. Tigers argues that the act does not apply to its operations, as it is selling Russian-origin coal outside Australia. If the court rules in favor of DFAT, the company will be required to cease its operations, which would significantly impact its ability to continue as a going concern. Tigers Realm Coal is backed by Australian billionaire philanthropists Paul Little and Jane Hansen, and is the subject of a 59.89% shareholding from Namarong Investments, which includes billionaire Lindsay Fox and his wife, Greta. The case could have wide-ranging implications for Australia's sanctions regime. Food was a coping mechanism. What's behind the obesity surge? The Sydney Morning Herald. The number of obese Australians has increased by 2.5 million over the past decade. A third of the country's adults, or 6.3 million people, are now classified as obese, compared with 3.9 million people 10 years ago. The growth is mainly being driven by the highest risk category, which has risen by 48% since 2012, and moderate risk obesity, which has increased by 23% over the same period. There is concern that inadequate training for medical professionals treating obesity, coupled with unhealthier food options and increasing mental health issues, have all contributed to the rise. Top takeaways from March's first Super Saturday. Yahoo! Yahoo Sports' Jason Fitz provides his key takeaways from college basketball's first Super Saturday. One of the highlights was Houston's thrilling buzzer-beater victory over Oklahoma. Fitz praises Houston's resilience and commends their ability to come up clutch in the final seconds. Another standout performance came from Purdue's Zach Edey, who led his team to a win over Michigan State. Fitz highlights Edey's dominance in the paint and believes he has the potential to be a force in the Big Ten. Overall, the article emphasizes the excitement and unpredictability of college basketball's Super Saturday and the impressive performances from various teams and players. New Ancorum Philanthropy Group taking the initiative. Yahoo! Ancorum Health Foundation is set to receive $500 million over the next decade in the wake of the divestment of Christus St. Vincent Regional Medical Center. The foundation plans to use the cash to improve the health of residents in 10 counties in northern New Mexico. The money will be invested in the long-term health of the organization, but $30 million will be given out in grants in the next fiscal year, with $20 million per year to follow for the next 9 years. The foundation will also make a significant starting point to determine what the needs of the community are, said Dr. France Melio, a medical professional with the foundation. Ancorum has also been working on bringing more skilled nursing resources to Santa Fe. Organized crime attacks on local candidates raise fears Mexico may face its bloodiest elections ever. The Toronto Star. Organized crime is once again preying on local candidates in Mexico ahead of the country's largest election, raising concerns that these could be the country's bloodiest elections ever. Candidates are being abducted and killed across the country in areas where cartels dominate. One candidate in the southern state of Guerrero was beaten, stripped, made to kneel near a remote garbage dump and abandoned. 2 mayoral candidates in the neighboring state of Michoacán were killed within hours of each other. Many candidates find themselves in a similar quandary ahead of the June 2 elections, which will take place in all 32 jurisdictions, with more than 20,000 positions up for grabs. While federal authorities offer security details to national candidates, those running for local offices are completely exposed. Political scientist Manuel Perez Aguirre said that local power is extremely important to organized crime, and that's why they look to establish control at the municipal level. I thought was a high achiever. Then I got to university. The Sydney Morning Herald. The transition from high school to university can be challenging, as one student explains in an article for the Sydney Morning Herald. Bella Westway reflects on how university was a shock after the nurturing environment of school, where she received praise for her academic success. At university, Westway found herself struggling with the coursework, unable to make friends, and disappointed by the lack of recognition for her achievements. She concludes that the focus should be on relationships and connections rather than academic performance. Police confirm death of University of Texas at Dallas student who went missing last week. Yahoo! Authorities have confirmed the death of a 20-year-old student at the University of Texas at Dallas who went missing on February 24. According to reports, the student, sophomore Andrew Zhou Li, was last seen in his on-campus apartment. His mother, Ai Ping Zhou, had driven to the campus from Houston to help search for her son. Authorities have confirmed that no threat to the community is suspected. London Jones scores 16 to lead number 8 UCLA over Arizona 61-41. Associated Press. The number 8 UCLA Bruins dominated the Arizona Wildcats in a 61-41 win on Saturday night. UCLA shot 57.5% from the field and outrebounded Arizona 43-17. London Jones led the Bruins with 16 points, while Lauren Betts had a double-double with 11 points and 12 rebounds. Gabriela Jaquez added 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Helena Puyo led Arizona with 16 points and 6 steals. UCLA has won 5 games in a row and earned the number 3 seed in the Pac-12 tournament. Arizona, as the number 7 seed, will face Washington in the first round of the tournament. Across Asia, a new class of childless by-choice couples emerge, meet the Dinks. South China Morning Post. The decision by couples in Asia to remain childless, known as the Dink, double income, no kids, lifestyle, is gaining popularity in the region. However, it is viewed as controversial due to the conservative, family-centric cultural values in many Asian countries. Couples who choose not to have children are often accused of being selfish, particularly at a time when low birth rates are a concern. The Dink lifestyle is more openly discussed on social media platforms, with TikTok videos featuring couples sharing their experiences going viral. While there is growing acceptance, a stigma against childless couples still exists in society. However, sociologists argue that the motivations for remaining childless can be varied, including spiritual reasons, concerns about overpopulation, and health concerns. In India, the number of Dink couples has been growing at a rate of 30% per year, with a significant proportion of rural couples choosing not to have children. In parts of East Asia, the stigma against childless couples may be connected to concerns about falling birth rates and demographic crises. How Israel-Gaza war is spilling into cultural life. BBC. The Israel-Gaza conflict is polarizing opinion and protests have spilled into the cultural world, with some inevitable backlash. Artists are taking a stance on the conflict, with high-profile examples including Charlotte Church singing a controversial pro-Palestinian chant and comedian Paul Curry pulling out a Palestinian flag and telling Jewish audience members to "get out." The tensions in the Middle East are impacting the UK's arts and entertainment sphere and are contributing to the polarization across all forms of public life. However, there is also a moral imperative for artists to take a stand on important issues. There is a need for difficult conversations in the cultural arena, and artists have a responsibility to find a way to express what is culturally important. The right to freedom of expression is sacrosanct, but it is not working for the Jewish community at the moment. There is a need for artists and cultural workers to find a language that can speak a way through the crisis and contribute to finding a political solution. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood 6 doctor here, bringing you the latest news from the fascinating world of 6 degrees. Today, we have quite the lineup of stories, from record-breaking basketball performances to the impact of wildfires on coral reefs, and even a heartwarming tale of community healing in a sauna. So, let's dive right in and get to the heart of these stories. First up, we have Grace Beyer, a basketball player who scored a whopping 33 points in her final collegiate game, setting a new record for career points in the women's NAIA. I mean, talk about going out with a bang. Grace has left her mark on the basketball world and is now the 5th highest scorer in college basketball history. But hey, records are meant to be broken, right? Next, we have a rather serious story about the fentanyl overdose of a University of Georgia student and the suspect who has been denied bond. It's a tragic reminder of the dangers of drug abuse and the devastating consequences it can have. Let's hope justice is served and that this serves as a wake-up call for everyone involved. On a lighter note, the University of Utah's basketball team had an impressive victory over the University of California, with Brandon Carlson leading the way with 30 points and 10 rebounds. It's always exciting to see athletes perform at their best and give it their all on the court. Go Utes! Now, let's take a dip into the world of marine life. Scientists are studying the impact of a wildfire in Hawaii on nearby coral reefs. It's a reminder of how interconnected our ecosystems are and how human activities can have far-reaching consequences. The effects of the fire on the coral reefs could be felt for years to come, and it's a stark reminder of the importance of protecting our fragile natural environments. Shifting gears, we have a heartwarming story about a community sauna in Folkestone, Kent, that is helping people heal through trauma. It's incredible how a simple space can provide comfort and support for those struggling with mental health issues. The sauna has become a lifeline for many, offering a sense of belonging and acceptance. And hey, if sweating it out in a sauna can help improve mood and relieve depression, count me in. Moving on, we have a legal battle brewing in Australia over allegations that a mining company breached sanctions by importing Russian coal. It's a complex issue with potential wide-ranging implications. The case will determine the future of the company and could have an impact on Australia's sanctions regime. Let's hope the courts can sort this one out. Now, let's talk about a weighty issue: obesity. The number of obese Australians has increased significantly over the past decade, and it's a cause for concern. Inadequate training for medical professionals, unhealthy food options, and mental health issues are all contributing factors. It's a complex problem that requires a multifaceted approach, but hey, let's not forget to enjoy a good salad every now and then. In the world of sports, we had college basketball Super Saturday, with some thrilling games and standout performances. Houston's buzzer-beater victory over Oklahoma had us on the edge of our seats, and Purdue's Zach Edey showed us why he's a force to be reckoned with. It's always exciting to see the underdogs come out on top and the stars shine on the court. Now, onto philanthropy. The Ancorum Health Foundation is set to receive a whopping $500 million to improve the health of residents in northern New Mexico. It's a significant investment in the long-term well-being of the community, and it's heartening to see philanthropic efforts making a difference in people's lives. Turning our attention to Mexico, there are concerns that the upcoming elections could be the bloodiest ever due to organized crime targeting local candidates. It's a disturbing trend that highlights the power struggle between criminal organizations and the need for security measures to protect those running for office. Let's hope Mexico can find a way to ensure the safety of its candidates and have a peaceful election. Now, let's talk about the transition from high school to university. It can be a challenging time, as one student shares her experience of feeling like a high achiever in high school, only to struggle in university. It's a reminder that academic success doesn't always translate into a smooth transition, and the focus should be on building relationships and connections rather than purely academic performance. So, let's all take a moment to appreciate the importance of friendship and support during these crucial years. In a somber story, we have the confirmation of the death of a University of Texas at Dallas student who went missing. Our thoughts go out to the student's family and friends during this difficult time. It's a tragic reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of supporting one another in times of need. On a brighter note, the UCLA Bruins had an impressive win over the Arizona Wildcats, with London Jones leading the charge. It's always exciting to see sports teams perform at their best and come out on top. Go Bruins! Finally, we have a fascinating look at the DINK, double income, no kids, lifestyle in Asia. It's a lifestyle choice that is gaining popularity, albeit with some controversy due to cultural values and concerns about falling birth rates. It's a reminder that there are many factors at play when it comes to decisions about having children, and it's important to respect individual choices. Well, folks, that's a wrap for today's news. We covered a lot of ground, from record-breaking basketball performances to the impact of wildfires on coral reefs, and even the rise of the DINK lifestyle in Asia. I hope you enjoyed my take on these stories and found them as fascinating as I did. Now, it's your turn to share your thoughts. What do you make of these news stories? Do you have any questions or insights to add? I'm all ears. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.